Welcome to the eSafety training on reporting an injury. This training is designed for all Forest Service employees. After completing this training, you should be able to access eSafety, report an injury, upload supporting documentation, and review the CA1 form. You are a regular Forest Service employee who will use eSafety to report an injury that you sustained while marking timber. At any time, click pause if you would like more time to review the screen. When you're ready to continue, click play. Click and drag the playback pointer to scroll forward and backwards through the video. Based on your preference, click full screen to enlarge your view. Click the same icon again to cancel full screen view. Let's take a minute to review how you will access eSafety. Log in to Connect HR as usual. Based on your preference, log in with your LinkPass credentials or enter your user ID and password. From the home page, under My Links, click eSafety. The first time you access eSafety, your home page or dashboard will be empty. However, this is where you will find incidents that need your attention. To log a new incident, you will click the Incidents tab. Incidents that you log will display here. To log a new incident, click New Incident. If you are not a regular Forest Service employee, you will access eSafety by clicking a link provided by your supervisor. The link will direct you to eSafety so you can log an incident. Note that your access to eSafety is limited to just logging incidents. To begin, you would click Submit a New Incident. As you utilize eSafety, it is important to note that due to USDA security precautions, the system will time out after 15 minutes of inactivity. The U.S. Forest Service Incident Reporting page displays. The red asterisks indicate fields that are required and must be completed. To display tips and additional information, hover your mouse over the blue information icon. Begin by selecting Injury, Illness, Fatality, Injury from the drop-down list. For this scenario, the injury took place during the course of one workday or shift and involved external impact, so we will select Yes to both of these questions in this test scenario. Note that for all incidents, you can either self-report or report on behalf of someone else. If you had indicated you were reporting on behalf of someone else, an additional question displays, asking if this incident resulted in a fatality. For this scenario, we will select Self-Reporting. In the When section, enter the date the injury occurred. You can enter the date using the following format: 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. You could also click Calendar and select the date. Use the right and left arrows to select the month, or use the drop-down arrows to choose the year, month, and day. Next, enter the time of the incident using a 24-hour format. Enter the hours, then press Tab or the right arrow to enter the minutes. If you are using a tablet, use the colon key to tab from hours to minutes. Because our test scenario is not associated with an emergency incident, we will select No from the drop-down list. Notice that if you had selected Yes here, additional emergency incident fields would display. These fields include job code, override code, incident name, and whether the incident was fire-related. If your incident is related to a previous claim, you would select Yes here and then enter your previous claim number. Because this test incident is new and not related to a previous claim, we will select No from the drop-down list. Click Continue to proceed to the next page. The Employee Self-Reporting page, page 2 of 5, displays. Because we are logged in as a regular Forest Service employee via e-authentication, it is already indicated in the employment type drop-down list. Some employment data is also pre-populated. Verify that this information is correct and complete any fields that haven't already been pre-populated. At a minimum, you must complete all mandatory fields that have not been pre-populated. Indicate your dependent information. In the Supervisor section, your Supervisor of Record displays by default, based on what is indicated in Paycheck 8. The supervisor, at the time the incident occurred, must be indicated. Note that your supervisor, at the time the incident occurred, may or may not be the same person as your current supervisor. Provide the information requested about the supervisor at the time of incident. Remember, you can start typing a name, or you can use the search feature. Note that when you enter telephone numbers, you can enter them with or without the dash, based on your preference. Click Continue to proceed to the next page. Page 3 of 5 displays. On this page, you'll be providing information about the injury. Enter a description of where the incident occurred. Then enter the city, state, and zip code. Now indicate if this incident occurred in a lab. For our test scenario, we will select Yes to indicate that the incident occurred on agency property. An additional field displays for you to enter the location event. Enter the agency location where the incident occurred. You can begin typing and the matching locations display. If you are unsure of what to enter, click the Lookup button. In the Open Text field, view the watermark for text on how to enter the requested information. Explain how and why this injury occurred. In the next Open Text field, provide a complete description of your injury. Now indicate if a motorized vehicle or aircraft were involved in this incident. Next, describe the activity you were engaged in when the incident occurred. You'll notice that the next series of questions are not required, but you are encouraged to answer the questions. 4 questions pertain to rest periods and time off. The next 2 questions pertain to the part of your body that was injured. In this section, you can select which safety equipment or personal protective equipment, PPE, was used in this incident. Check all boxes that apply. If none apply, proceed to the next question. Now indicate the treatment type by selecting the appropriate option from the drop-down list. In the Physician section, enter the information regarding the physician who first provided medical care. Enter the date medical care was first received. Remember that there are 2 ways you can enter a date. You can enter the exact date or use the calendar to select the date. Now indicate whether medical records show the employee is disabled. For this scenario, we will select No. For this scenario, select Yes to indicate a claim should be filed with this submission. Doing so indicates that you would like to file an OWCP claim with the Department of Labor to cover any potential medical expenses or for compensation for wage loss. Indicate compensation type. Make sure to read the text provided in the gray boxes. If a witness was involved, click the New Witness link. Complete information about the witness. Then click Save Changes. For our scenario, we do not have a witness, so we will click Cancel. Click Continue to proceed to the next page. The summary page displays generating an official CA1 form based on the data entered in the previous screens. Please wait for the form to display before proceeding. If your form does not display, refer to the Frequently Asked Questions on the eSafety intranet site for more information. Verify everything is correct. Use the horizontal and vertical scroll bars to navigate through the form. You can also use the up and down arrows to page through the form. If the form is not correct, click the Go Back button in eSafety and edit the appropriate field. Do not click the Back button on your browser because your information will be lost. After confirming that the information on the form is correct, click Continue. The confirmation page displays. Carefully review the disclaimer information at the top of the page. It explains that you are submitting an incident electronically and that your supervisor will be notified. Also notice the gray attention box that reminds you of additional information that you need to attach. To attach supporting documents, select Click here to upload supporting documents. Click Choose File to locate the file. Select the file and then click Open. Enter a brief description of the documentation you are providing. Then select the folder that best relates to the document you are uploading. Select the Safety folder for documents that relate to but are not limited to safety story, near miss or safety hazard, and motorized vehicle accident incidents. Select the Claims folder if you are uploading documents that support your claim to OWCP, such as medical documentation, employment type documentation, crew manifest, or fire time reports. Note that the claims data often contains private information and personally identifiable information, or PII. Selecting the Claims folder is a confidential way to provide your documents to the workers' compensation team. Review your attachments carefully. If you uploaded an incorrect document, delete it by clicking the Cancel button, or X, in the top right corner of the pop-up window. Note that you cannot delete an attachment after clicking Save. Upload the correct file and then click Save. You are now ready to sign and submit your incident. Review the information in the gray attention box. Then select Yes for the Reporter Certification option. Click the Submit Incident button. A summary page with the message Save Successful displays, notifying you that the incident has been successfully saved and submitted in the eSafety system. To review the information you submitted again, select Click here to download the CA1 form. The form will then download to your computer. Be careful about downloading this form from a computer that is not your own, because the form contains personally identifiable information, or PII. You have now completed the incident intake process for logging an injury incident. Now you should be able to access eSafety, report an injury, upload supporting documentation, and review the CA1 form. For additional information, refer to the eSafety intranet site for news, updates, and learning resources, or you can contact the HRM call center at the number shown. This concludes the eSafety training on reporting an injury. Thank you for your attention.